Hey world, it's John Infiniti, and I'm here to tell you all everything, the truth, the hurt, the bad, the ugly, the pretty, the exciting, the most unexciting, the most spectacular things that's been going on in my life, which has been crazy, phenomenal. I know I'm probably a little dark, but I wanted to really come out here just so I can moosaw, chill. My battery's running low, so let's get to it. As you all know, my name is John Infiniti, singer, songwriter, model, stylist of celebrities, carpenter, whatever you want to do. I'm just an all-around, well, handy, educated man. Father of two. I'm from Bronx, New York. A family of 13 originally. And, oh God, the biggest of who knows. But anyway, I was born number 5, quote unquote, on both ends. I am the last on both sides, mother and father. A lot of people don't know, but I was adopted when I was younger, and my uncle and my aunt that was married into the family took care of me. My original birth mother was a dope fiend and didn't have it together. And that's how I became adopted. And moving on, and by the age of 9, I moved to Philadelphia, and it just became a lot better and a lot worse and a lot more educated and a lot not educated. I was a child that had everything that I ever wanted and ever needed. I grew up in a home. I had swing sets in the back. I grew up with a family that was loving, well-mannered, nothing ratchet. And I'm one of those people that was fortunately blessed. Just blessed in so many ways too. I never understood it till I got grown. And to be around people that didn't have food to eat and clothes on their back, vacations, fully furnished home for number one, was a surpriser for me and a shocker, because I didn't know anything else but that type of life. And by the time I turned a teenager, it was a little bit bananas. To go to friends' house that didn't have any furniture, or their furniture was fucked up and their house was fucked up, not looking like my own. And I always remember my mother saying, like, you never know how good you have it. Like, I never let you see the bad times, and never let you see your hard times. And I never understood what that meant until I got older and wanted to be grown. And it started kicking me in my own ass, excuse my mouth. But I was brought up in a Christian home. My mother was a pastor. Father wasn't around. My uncle left when I was a kid. So it was just me and my mother, AKA auntie-in-law. And one thing I will say, if it wasn't for her, who knows where I would be? Seriously, I really don't know. I try to picture it every day, or how my life would be if I didn't grow up in that same surroundings. No, I can't. You know, but I was blessed and I was grateful for someone to love me the way I wanted to be loved. But unfortunately, I had to lose them. Not early, but a short term, I'd rather say. My mother used to always say, I'm here for a reason. She didn't know her reason at the moment when she first told me. And I realized what it was. It was like an exchange. God knew that I would want a decent home in the background, and she wanted a baby. Keeping it 100. And at the age of 8, I found out who my real birth mother was, and I used to go see her, and I was never really happy. You know, I was more happy to go just to see my brothers, but for family, no. And I think for me, that's one of my breaks. Like, you have your typical white family, everything goes good, you get a car at 16, you go to college, you know, mother and father in a home, brother and sister's backyard, whatever. But you know, it's either one of their kids is gonna turn out, you know, killing themselves, being real fucked up, alcoholic, drug addict, you know, not following home manner boundary rules which your parents had set for you. And it just seemed like everything went so well in my life until it just had to be something wrong. And something wrong was me wanting to love, me wanting the Cosby family, you know. And even though it wasn't a Cosby family, but it was close enough for any minority family to want love, cherish, and enjoy. I don't doubt my childhood upbringing rather, or any of my life, but it could have been a little bit better for me. In everybody else's eyes, it was Gianni Versace house, you get me? And for me, it was more of like, I've been here, but I'm just like, have amnesia. That's how I feel. But anyway, as a teenager, growing up, I didn't want to move to Philadelphia, but I had to. And I started being rebellious. To leave a 1-bedroom apartment with my mother to go to a 3-bedroom house with a front yard, backyard, finished basement, 3.5 bathrooms, garage, own company. My first job, I was a cement layer, contractor. Nobody would never believe me when I tell them that, but I was. These hands right here. Built stuff like that in a hot beaming sun at the age of 14, 15, 16, you know. And not that I didn't like it, but it was good money, but I knew that I wanted more. I wanted better. I didn't want to have to do hard labor, you know. And then when I really found out that I had the singing and writing ability at the young age of 6, I never forget, my teacher, Ms. Walker, told me that I was very talented, but I talked too much. And people in the church, but one thing I never heard it from was my own biological mother or my aunt, aka my mom. Not that I didn't have it, they didn't know that I didn't have talent, but it was so much going on that I didn't understand. And that my mom didn't want to be a failure. And I think that's where I get a lot of my raise. I don't like to be a failure. People say I can't do stuff. I prove them wrong, and sometimes it may take me a long time to prove you wrong, but eventually, Jah will prove you wrong. And it's the same way I feel for my kids. Like, I never want to see my kids suffer. I never want my kids to see anything as far as pure poverty, as far as, how I grew up. Even if I did have a great life, I want my kids to have better. And I think every parent out there would want that. But it's always something inside of me that just feels like it's just not enough. From the love, from giving to receiving, for what I do for friends and family, and receive in return. And even for people that I don't know, it's just like, sometimes I feel like I don't do enough, sometimes I feel like they don't do enough. And, and everybody has their ways, but it took me 20 years to figure out this life thing almost. And it ain't easy. I started writing music at the age of 6 and I stopped. And it was heartbreaking for me to express myself through music at an early age, and for someone to tell me that I need to stop writing and have my head more in the books and in the sports so I can get my family out of poverty. And I took it upon myself to deny everything that everybody wanted me to do. Not that I couldn't have made it, but I know my lane, and I know that I wasn't going to be as successful as I would be right now. Sometimes I doubt my success and basically just throw it in the fucking trash. I've done so much as an adult and as a kid until it really doesn't faze me. And the people that I had in my life around and been around has taught me very well. Shout outs to my church at home, Deliverance, Evangelistic Church. Scott, I'm not gonna say his last name, but they know who they are. Tammy, Sister Rita, Brother Gabriel, oh man, Kenny, Jamie, Tina, Tracy. It's still so many. Isaac. Oh man. The McQueens. Oh man. It's so many people. Even now from Pastor Jackson. It's just so many that I can't really name at the moment because I can go on and on. But these people have helped me tremendously as far as music, as far as being an adult, as far as being a teenager, learning about life and life responsibilities and becoming a man. And I was one of them. I am one of those people that's unbelievable. I'm like the person that when you meet me, it's too good to be true, And it's not a good thing, it's not a bad thing. Growing up, being in like relationships with girls, and it was just so difficult for me to trust and believe everything that you say. Because when people tell you that they love you and then they don't show it, it's a hurtful thing. And I've been a person that has literally done that and not notice it, you know, and I've been a person that loved real hard and just been fucked over. This is my network. I'm allowed to curse and I'm allowed to express my feelings. And I'm like, keep giving it a chance for fucking what? When love don't do nothing but hurt and temporary smiles, you know? It's like lotion, temporary soothing and moisturizing and loving and feel good, you know? Almost like sex. You know what I'm saying? I've been a person to love unconditionally, people. Unconditionally. Ain't got nothing in return but, you know, and I had people that wanted to love me, but it was too late for me to love back the way that they wanted me to love. And I blame it on my family, you know, like, I really do. You know, when you get older and you learn about and you see other things and you understand it, it's just like, damn, I need a little bit of what you got. Or a little bit of what you got and less what I have. You know? And if I combine you, me all together, it'll be perfect. But I kind of find out that everything you do in life doesn't come with directions. You have to learn it. It's like every season, it's new leaves on a tree. Those leaves don't know that they're gonna leave. That they're gonna turn brown or red and orange and green and fall off. You know, and sometimes I wish I was like an evergreen, you know, all year round. You know, I may brown a little bit, but I'm basically gonna see and be here forever. You know, and I'm just like, I know that's not gonna happen. I know it's not gonna happen. And now that I got my kids, it's like, my fucking kids have everything to me. Because of the shit that I've been through, having a mother abandon you and say that they love you and hold you, but don't show it, it scarred me. And I promise to show my kids as much love as I can. Even though they could be bad at times, but I could never do what my mother did to me or my father did to me. You know, to my kids. I may be angry, I may say a lot of stuff, I may do a lot of shit, I may be a temper tantrum, but I love my babies and I feel like they're going to be ups and downs in life. They're going to be ins and out of love. But you got to learn how to let that shit go and come back. And sometimes it's hard, folks. I know it's dark and y'all can't really see me, which is a good thing because I'm on my own network and y'all here just to hear the story. See all this pretty background. You know? Now maybe I'll walk into the light a little bit. But you know, my life has been, on a scale of 1 to 10, an 8. Growing up. Now what I've done on my own as a kid, teenager, a man, no. I give it about a 6. Growing up I was very violent. Quiet, but violent. I was a church boy that was sheltered and was always taught to turn the other cheek. And after a while, I got tired. I really got tired. People bullying me and people fucking me over and me believing in people, and the only thing they were was a bunch of fucking lies and stories, fucking fairy tales, and lotion. And I grew to be an older man, to really be scared of love, but will give love, but scared to receive it because I don't know what, where, what's behind it, to be honest. So, literally, I'm like, fuck love, because either I'm gonna love you from little and then I'm gonna be old, you gonna die, I'm gonna die, somebody gonna be sad, we both not gonna die at the same time. On a scale of, 9 out of 10, we ain't. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna be hurt. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just tired of a man that's almost 40 of being hurt behind bullshit. I done had people die on me. I done had people leave me. And I done broke up with people because I just couldn't take the bullshit no more. And I know a lot of people felt the same way about me, and it's hard. Like my baby moms, like, I love the shit out of my baby moms. Like, a lot of people said a lot of shit about my baby moms, you know what I'm saying, just out of GP, because they know I'm a cool dude, and I had to put a lot of people in check. I lost a lot of money behind it. I lost a lot of friends behind it, and I lost communication with family behind it. And for us not to make it, it crushed my whole entire world. To know that I was going to be labeled as a black man or a black family with a broken home. And I tried and I tried and I tried. I tried, and I could not seem to make it work. It was just like, I don't want you. And then I became the same way, like, I don't want you neither. Like, fuck you. That's when I went on my grimy shit, you know what I mean? Like, bitch, I'm cute. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about looks. It's not about how much money you got. It's not about what you got. It's about the love. And it took me a while to learn that. Loving ain't easy. Understanding love ain't easy. And being in love ain't fucking easy. And being a sucker for love, definitely the fuck ain't easy. One thing I noticed about Child Infiniti after all the accomplishments, it still didn't make me happy. And then that's when I turned to the drugs. The hardcore drugs. Like, weed I was smoking, cigarettes I was smoking since I was like 15. And I still smoke it to today, but the hard drugs didn't come until I was like, my first bit in jail, 17. Yeah, I did 5 bits in jail, It wasn't always easy being Child Infiniti or becoming Child Infiniti. But I did a lot of shit that, people don't approve of. People might look at me funny, people turned their back on me. But those same people that turned their back on me was the same people that I asked for help, and they didn't help me. And then when I put myself in a predicament that I ain't had no other choice, hey, now you pointing the finger like, you shouldn't have did that, you should have asked for help. And I did. And as much people that I help after the fact, it don't add up. I'm not even gonna lie. But I ain't mad and I ain't bitter. Because why? This is my world. And I did it all on my own damn near. My Uncle Johnny, I loved him like he was my own dad. And I had to remember at a young age that that's not your dad, That man has kids of his own, and you can't suck up that man's time for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And just watching everybody life around me. I just knew that I didn't want to be a part of that, and I didn't want that for me. But some shit happens, and some shit don't. But I made it. I done did every drug from weed, cocaine. I tried crystal meth. I did E-pills. I tried Molly. I tried sherms. I never was a pill popper. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't try all of that, pharmaceutical stuff. I never was a syrup taker. I never did dope or, smoke crack, but I've dabbled and dabbled in a lot of things. I've been in the streets, I've been homeless, I've been rich, damn near, and I've been in between. And every year, I get about 5 cars. Anybody out there know me, I'm pushing 40, and I think I have more cars than my age. I've been a model, successful for 15 years of my life. Singer-songwriter, successfully. You know what I'm saying? For 9 years now of my life. My son is 9. I started music when my son was in the womb, so maybe going on 10 years now. And I'll never take anything back. Nothing. Not the hard times, not the jail. Good times, nothing. I don't regret anything in my life. What I do regret is not trying harder. And right now, I think we're gonna make that just part 1. So, coming back to you, Soma part 2. Stay tuned. This is my Tell It All in Miami. No script, no rehearsals, just me, South Beach, and keeping it real. I'm John Infiniti, and I'm out.